Hello my dudes, and welcome back to the Evan Knits Things YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Evan, and I knit things. And if you're a regular, welcome back. I'm so glad you're all here. So today I have for you podcast episode number 25. Today, I'm a little scatterbrained, getting ready to leave for Ireland tomorrow. Well, today for me is Friday, October 4th. I leave for Ireland on Saturday, October 5th in the afternoon. This video will be live Saturday morning, so by the time you're watching this, I'm getting ready to leave the house, freaking out, all the things. So today, I have one finished object to talk to you about, two WIPs, well, one WIP and two new Cast Ons. You weren't expecting that, were you? I don't think so. So, let's just jump right in, shall we? Let's talk finished objects. Okay, so last week I told you guys I wanted to finish this. And I finished it. Got Kamala 24. Vote. This color combination worked out so well. I'm obsessed with this top bit. I am obsessed with this color combination. So it's super cute. I'm not going to put it on because I have lip gloss on. And this is like the fluffiest alpaca. Like, can you see how, like, the halo on there and how fluffy it is? So I don't need alpaca in my lip gloss right now. But just imagine it. It's so cute. So this is the Choice is Yours Cowl by Flynn Knit, and I had wanted to finish this to take it to Ireland with me, and it is finished, and I can take it with me. So, very happy about that. The yarn used in this project is Knit Picks Oceana, which is an alpaca and sequal yarn. I used the colorways, let's see, the dark purple at the bottom is Octopi, this blue is Swordfish, the pinky purple is Tigerfish, and the bright green is Sea Lettuce. I am a Knit Picks affiliate. You can shop this yarn at the link down below. It's an affiliate link, so I get a small commission at no additional cost to you. And I would super appreciate that if you felt like checking this out. It's super squishy. It's super warm. Like, I was going to wear it to the airport tomorrow, but it's supposed to be 77 degrees here in Ohio. So I think it'll be too warm. I think I'll just put it in my luggage to wear once we get there. So there's that. See, now I have alpaca like on my face. So that's all the finished objects. WIPs. Now, last week I was freaking out about wanting to finish my book club cardigan and finish that cowl and get the dress test to a specific point. Well, I decided it was too much. I decided that I wasn't going to be able to finish my book club cardigan and that it was stressing me out, and I was literally like on the verge of having a panic attack. So we put that aside. I didn't work on it at all this week, and I decided to just work on what I felt like working on and have as chill of a week as possible leading up to Ireland to not stress myself out and like totally lose my mind. So, WIPs, let's talk the dress test knit. This is a test knit for Holly Knits, and I am knitting this up in a bunch of fingering weight yarn that's a merino nylon blend. Some of it is from a dyer that I don't support anymore. In fact, most of it is. And then there's 2 skeins of Ella Ray merino lace in there as well, but none of those are attached at the moment. So I had wanted to join this in the round and have it be ready to knit on in Ireland, like plain stockinette in the round, and we did that. So here's the body. I even did the neckline, like it's curling so bad in the back. Like I did the neckline there. Focus. And we've got like the top, and then we have faded to the pink. And now I've got 53 more rounds of stockinette before I start doing hippie increases. So that's where we're at so far. I had wanted to see about doing a sleeve, but I think I'm going to save that until after to see how it hangs, to see what kind of sleeve I want to do. Like I saved this much of the white for sleeves, and I saved this much of the original pink because it is ever so slightly a different color, but I've got 2 balls, like 2 full skeins of this as well, so I'll just make sure that I don't use all of that. And yeah, so that's where we are with that. There's your shoulder seam, so nice and tidy. And this is where we were last week. We did all of this. So it looks great. So I will move that marker so you guys can see how much I get done in Ireland. So there it is now. Focus. There it is now. So we'll see what I get done on that. Maybe I'm completely like being insane thinking that I'll get a bunch of knitting done, but it is a knitting trip. Like I don't think that's unreasonable. So that's the first thing done. First new cast on. I agreed to do a sample for Lila over at Terrapin Fiberworks, and I knew she was going to be sending me yarn at the end of September. I didn't know if I'd even get it before we left for our trip, but I did. And so I cast that on to work on leisurely this week. I am knitting up the Double Date Sweater by Winter's Weather Knits. Now, if you've been here from the beginning of this podcast, you know that I knit, what was the name of that pattern? Hold please. I knit the Marigold Tee by Winter's Weather Knits, also for Lila at Terrapin Fiberworks, and that pattern was a nightmare. So when she asked me to knit this Double Date sweater for her, and it was by the same designer, I was slightly hesitant, but it looks really cute. It's a DK weight sweater, and it looks like color work, but it's not. It's you only work one color around. So I thought it would be okay. There's no seaming, there's no crazy lace patterns or anything, so I thought it would be okay. And so far, I was correct. So this pattern is actually really cute. Like, I finished most of the body, actually. This is a bottom-up sweater, which is not my favorite, but I'm knitting it exactly to pattern, not for my own body, so that's a different thing. So I've actually split for the front and back panel now at the underarm, but this is obviously Terrapin Fiberworks yarn. This is her Chesapeake fingering base. I have a whole skein here. And the Chesapeake fingering is 100% organic cotton, and it's 246 yards per 100 grams. This main color, look at that, that's so nice, is got these great speckles in it. It's like a cream base with all kinds of speckles, and this is the colorway Moonflower, and that's the main color. This green is called Verdant. The purple is Superfood, and the blue is actually unreleased and doesn't have a name yet. But I was given permission to show this to you guys. So, a lot of cotton yarn can be like really hard on my hands, but this has a great feel. It feels soft, like it's still harder on my hands to knit with, just because it doesn't have the same give as like a superwash wool does. Like it doesn't really squish at all. So like to get gauge here, I'm having to knit somewhat tightly, so it is tiring for my hands, but it feels really nice. Like nice enough that this is a little smaller than I'd wear this sweater. This is a 41-inch bust, but like it will fit me. So I'm gonna try it on when I finish it, and then I'm taking yarn as payment for this project, or a shop gift card, and so I may just get yarn to knit this same thing again because it's so cute. Like look at that. This is like, okay, you knit one row straight in the contrast color, and then you knit purl the next row in the main color, and then you knit the next row in your contrast color, and then you knit purl, and that's it. Like that looks so cool. It looks like this cool like color work circle-y pattern, but it's not. It's not at all. It's not complicated, and it's really cute, and I like it a lot. I don't have any, like, I may not have any knits in cotton at all. We need to fix that immediately. I have several t-shirt or tank top quantities from Terrapin in my yarn collection that I have planned for things, but I don't have any like full sweater quantities. So I may need to get a full sweater quantity of this DK. Like look at that drape. That's so nice. Like I think this would feel incredible to just wear around and be so cozy in. So that's what I've been working on this week after I finished my cowl. And then I have one more new cast on, which I just cast on an hour ago because I'm crazy. Okay, so I was thinking, you know, we're gonna be out like in the Ireland, like near the coast. It's gonna be windy, it's gonna be chilly. I have neckwear, I have sweaters, I have my combat boots, I have socks, I have a hat, I've got my rain jacket. What am I missing? Gloves. Fingerless gloves. Do I have a single pair of hand knit fingerless gloves? No. I have a pair of hand knit mittens, and I had another pair of hand knit mittens, but I lost one of them somewhere, and that was devastating. But, and the mittens I have are bulky weight held double, so that's too warm, and you can't knit with mittens on really. So I decided this morning that I needed a pair of fingerless mitts for this trip. So I did a quick Ravelry perusal, and I love Everything Shapes Us. What's her real name? Jen Yard. I always do her Easy Peasy Scrappy Sock KAL in February. And she has a bunch of like scrappy patterns, and that's kind of what I was looking for. So I cast on her November Mitts Marled this morning. This is what we've got so far. Oh, I dropped my yarn. I've got 2 rows, knit, and the cast on. So yarn, I am using this leftover alpaca sock from Red Door Fiber Studio. This is the colorway Lavender Latte OOK that I used in my Padstow cardigan. So I have a skein plus this left over, and this that's been sitting in my collection forever. I tried to de-stash it, it didn't sell, and then I was like, you know, this would be perfect for that. This is a skein of Halloween yarn from Gamer Crafting several years ago. It's got like this bright purple, these neon greens, a bright orange, and black. Like, look at that. I haven't known what to do with this for years, but I have 2 skeins of this. So I decided this is going to be these fingerless mitts, and then I'll make a matching hat to go with it, and then whatever's left, maybe a cowl or socks or something like that. But I figured holding these 2 together would prevent any really weird pooling, and there's no way I could possibly finish like a regular fingering pair, but since we're holding double, it's more like DK. So maybe I can finish them today. Like, I can usually finish a pair of socks in a day. I don't know if I can finish them or not, and if not, you know, that's good plane and airport knitting. We have a like 3-hour layover in Newark tomorrow, that I could totally be knitting on these. So will I finish them before then? I don't know, but they're gonna come with me, and you know, I don't really need to block mitts to wear them. So that's what we're doing there. I think these are going to be really fun, like really fun. I'm excited to show you guys when they're finished. And that's all the knitting I have for you. So, only goals is to have a great time in Ireland. So let's move on to, what am I wearing? I am wearing the Lento sweater by Yona Halen. I'm sure I'm butchering that, and I'm sorry if that's the case. But I knit this year, and it is 2 yarns held double. It is a fingering weight yarn held with a lace weight Surrey alpaca. The fingering weight yarn is from Treehouse Knits. Let me tell you exactly what the colorway and base are, since I know I have it in here. I knit this for the Lento Love, KAL, in April. And I used the Treehouse Knits Cashmere Elm sock in the colorway First Flurries. And I held it double with the Dusty Yarn Co. Classic Surrey Lace in the colorway Shook. So, look at that. I love this sweater. It's so comfortable. It's so cozy. Warning, the Lento pattern, however, has mistakes in it, and they choose not to fix it. So take that with a grain of salt. If you are an experienced knitter, you can easily be able to adjust. It's a problem with the increases in the short rows and where you place markers, but if you follow the instructions as written, your raglan lines will be off a stitch on one side, so if that will drive you crazy, just go knowingly. And there's also a mistake in the sleeve decreases, so be forewarned. What is happening outside my window right now? Hold on. So, I apologize if this is really loud and you can hear it, but apparently my neighbor across the street is having a tree cut down and is being fed into a wood chipper right now. So, I will attempt to edit this out of the video. I hope you can't hear it. I hope it's just me. So, let's talk books. So, since we last spoke, last Friday was the 27th, so books I have finished since then. I finished the Winglet Quartet, which was the 4 little novella short stories from Sutherland. That got 3 stars. They were meh. They were okay. I finished the Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore, 3 stars. It was meh. It was 100% meh the whole way through. I finished Black Clover 21 and 22, and I finished Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. Now, I have read this book before, back in my teenage years, and I didn't remember hating it. I remembered being obsessed. Well, this time I read it as an adult, 2 stars. Bored. Also, okay, my obsession as a teenager and early 20s, the movie Queen of the Damned, if you know, you know. So the Lestat in Interview with a Vampire versus the Lestat in Queen of the Damned aren't remotely the same guy. So I don't think I ever read any of the other books. So we are going to fix that. So books I'm currently reading: The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice. Also still reading Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. That one's currently on hold per reading because my husband and I have borrowed a bunch of books for Ireland and for travel and things. And our library has 2 separate apps that you can borrow books through. One is Hoopla and one is Libby. Only one person can use the Hoopla app at a time. And even on different devices, the account can only be used by one person at a time. And all the books that he's borrowed are on Hoopla, and so is Elantris. So that one's on hold for now. So I won't be reading any of that at the moment. But I'm still reading it. Also, trying to finish up today before we leave, Stockings and Spells by Nancy Warren, which is book 4, I think. Yeah, book 4 in the Vampire Knitting Club series. I just wanted something quick and, low stakes to read while I was trying to get packing and stuff done this week. Also, my husband and I are still reading the Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn tandem read. I am hoping that we can finish that between tonight and trip to the airport. We're nearly done. Nearly done. But not done yet. And then also Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. That one is on hold until we pick up the children at the end of our trip. Because that's the car reading, listening when there are little ears about. So, that's all the book chat, and that's really all I have for you today. I have some little stuff to get done still before I leave tomorrow. My husband still hasn't packed at all, which is giving me very high anxiety. The kids are packed. I'm pretty much all packed, minus little toiletry stuff that I can't pack until the morning. And that's pretty much it. So, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you liked this episode. Like, comment, subscribe. Fuecoco and I are on a journey to 500 subscribers. It's going to be a long one, and that's fine. We're at about 130 right now, so I would appreciate it so much if you would subscribe if you are not already. And, I will try to be filming some vlog style content for you while I'm in Ireland, but that comes secondary to having a good time. So, go follow me over on Instagram if you want to follow along while I'm actually in Ireland. I don't know how much I'll be posting there because my cell phone won't have service. We'll be using a different phone because the Verizon overseas plan is absurd. But my son's phone is Mint, so we'll be taking that because its plan is way better. So, hit that notification bell to be notified of my next upload, which will not be next week while I'm in Ireland. It will be when I get home, maybe that weekend, if I have time to edit that much footage. I don't know. So, notification bell is going to be your friend for the next upload. Also, if you're interested in my packing and knits and things, I uploaded a short that you can check that out, or an Instagram reel over there. So, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you liked this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye!